song is on, and another song that he's gonna do for you, because I'm gonna make him. I'll pay him in kisses, he'll be fine. So make sure you check out his EP, it's back there. It is so good. Like, I'm not saying it just because he's my husband, like maybe like 40% saying it because he's my husband, but like the rest is definitely, it's really good. So you're gonna dig it, and it'll bless you because it'll just bless you. How about that? And we like to support our own, and he's Texas born and raised. How about that, pumpkin?
Thank you. I feel like I'm standing up here without a shirt on right now because my brother tells you my stories about growing up with my hair and my buck teeth. You're supposed to say that kind of stuff. That's my real brother, not like my prison brother, my real brother. That dude, man. I call him baby brother. That's my baby brother. He's older than me, but he's my baby brother. Well, thank you so much, Tyler, Texas. It's always good to be in Texas, and the staff here has been so kind to us, and we've been honored to be able to be here. Anytime you can to get together with folks that you are brothers and sisters with. A lot of people, I think they kind of pass over this thought process. But I tell you what, man, we're hanging tonight. That's why my wife feels so comfortable with you guys. It just, we've come to a point of our lives that I think in our careers where we now understand that we're all connected. We're a covenant. We're connected. Whether we can stand each other or not, we're connected. You know, a friend of mine, he said, a pastor friend of ours, always says something, you know what's the hardest part about church? Is that the people are annoying. And he's the pastor. But then his next statement says, but you know what else is really annoying? The pastors. He said, so we just got to learn to love. That's what it says. And why would God say it so many times unless he knew it was going to be tough? Because if it's something simple, he just would have said it once. When I want my boys to do something, I say to them, boys, clean your room. Boys, clean your room. It's 4 times, but if I say, boys, eat pizza, all I have to do is say it once. So you understand, God says this over and over again.
That is an incredible analogy, by the way.
You know, thank you. You're welcome. And so, you don't have to clap, it's awkward. So anyway, we're glad to be here. We are truly glad to meet you guys. And you know, I think a lot of times people just kind of roll through town. We want to hang out. Jack's going to hang out later. She wants to meet you. She wants to hear your story. She wants to know about you a little bit, about our brothers and sisters over here in town. Just know that we're connected. So if you ever want to invite us over to eat to your house, we will come. I'm going to sing a song.
Especially if there are tacos.
Especially if there's tacos. Or brisket.
Brisket tacos even better.
A few years ago, I started writing some songs, and I didn't quite know what was happening. I have a band called Salvador that actually the 2 brothers on stage are actually Salvadorians with me. And our drummer and our Christopher, our piano player, he's our guy. So we played so much music together, and we have spent so much time on the road together that this only makes sense that when my wife does anything, I always invite my brothers that are in covenant. And a couple of years ago, I started writing some songs, and what I was realizing at that moment is we haven't been as busy as a band. We just haven't, just because of family, and as we've gotten older. I'm now 64, and I know it's just, I feel 60. But anyway, but I started writing some little songs, and what I realized while I was writing these songs was these songs were not for Salvador, even though I love you guys, and these songs were not for Jackie, I love you, but it wasn't, I was writing some songs that were just these little funny little, almost like country songs. So let me take you to the moment when I wrote this song. At our house, our boys are very close in age, 11 and 10, okay? 14 months apart. And, you know, people call them Mexican twins, Irish twins, whatever you want to call them, whatever you would say, whatever you want. So they're very close in age. And is there any moms in the house? Any mommies here? Okay, yes, moms, you made it out on Thursday, good job. Yeah, it's a good job. So what happens is that there's always these moments where you're trying to figure out ways, moms, I know, to kind of cut down on timing for things, such as dinner. Fast dinner would be way easier than a big, long 7-course meal for your family who's just going to gobble it up. So anyway, you know what I'm saying, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. But one of the things that we used to do is we used to put our sons in the bath together when they were really little, okay? This is when they were like 2 and 3. They're too big now. That would be weird. And that they wouldn't fit and they'd be all touching. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. But when they were really little, it made perfect sense. We would run them in one bath and we would put them in together. And sometimes people say you're not supposed to do that. And it's like, whatever. And so anyway, I figured that out. But here was the rule. If you put your children that small in a bath together, someone has to watch them full time. So we do know that. We don't want to go to jail because I don't think I would do very well in jail because I don't like people telling me what to do really. And so anyway, so I would do very well in jail. So we decided that one of us had to give baths and one of us had to cook dinner. Well, naturally, my wife's a wonderful cook. She cooks the dinner, so every night I would sit, this is every night, 100%. Yeah. I would sit with my boys, and I would watch them while they bathed. And what we really wanted to do is we wanted to make sure that the bad boy didn't drown the good boy. We were just making sure, we were really watching.
That's not true.
We would just, that is true.
They're both bad.
They're both bad. One was a little better. Just want to make sure. One survived, it was the good boy. And so anyway, so I decided, my dad used to say something, and I've lived by a creed in my life. You might as well do something while you ain't doing nothing. So even though I was watching my sons, I was just sitting there with them, so I practiced. I practiced guitar. And I would, just play little songs, and I'd make up stuff and write stuff. And so I started writing these little songs. And what I realized was I wasn't writing for Salvador, I wasn't writing for Jackie, I wasn't writing even for the church. A shock. I wasn't writing for the Lord at that moment. I couldn't believe it. But I know the Lord was doing something with me. He was giving me a freedom to do something that I had never done before. I was writing for my boys. I was writing for my little guys that I'm in charge of discipling and making sure that I raise good humans. And so as I was there, I'm writing these songs, but you have to know something. My boys don't like what I do. They don't like the way I play. They don't like the way I sing. So while I'm in there practicing and humming along, they keep telling me things like, no, Daddy. Stop, Daddy. Holding their hands over their ears.
Oh my God.
No, sing, Daddy. And I thought to myself, I rebuked them and said, I'm not going to let Satan take this from me. Satan, not today, brother, not today. I told you, not today. So anyway, I'm taking you back to that moment to tell you that when I wrote this song, I had no idea what was really happening. I was just writing. And I thought of this little line, and it kind of started, because that's usually the way it works for me. And I thought of a little line, and I started to kind of play this little thing, and it just ended up becoming this song. So if I could take you back to that moment, 2 little brown boys in the back, playing bubbles, playing with toys, crayons, those crayons that you write in the tub with. Thank you, Crayola, so smart. And here I was with my guitar sitting in the only chair available. This song was written on the toilet for you. Hope you enjoy it. If not, act like you do. Preacher's son, I like to go to bed late, but still watch the rising sun.